all these headlines that is rumored right now between Dearborn and myself. You know what I'm saying? One by one, go ahead and.
Are we live?
Yes, we are officially live. All right.
And we're going straight to the rumors.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. All right. What's going on, everybody? We are officially live. Welcome to season 2, episode 26 of the Fantasy Guys. We have an exciting show for you today. You might as well bring out fireworks and popcorn because it's going to be one of those shows where, you know, a lot of things are going to be addressed. You know, elephants in the room, rumors, anything you want to call it is going to be addressed today. Should be a great show. First of all, you got my big bro Moti right here to the right of me, co-host Big Bro Moti. You got Yusuf in the back doing the producer role. And then you have Nader in the building, the guy that has an awesome highlight video. If you guys want to check it out. It's on, what's that mixtape, the basketball mixtape, Yusuf?
A Ball is Life?
Ball is Life. Ball is Life.
If you want the video, message Omar.
Yes.
And he'll send it to you.
There you go.
So in the comment section.
Balls Life, Oz Media, all the media networks have it on there right now. It's all over YouTube as well. Shout out to my man Nader. And then next to Nader, we got Farhat. Alsakkaf is in the building today. He's back. You know, it's not his first time in the studio, so we're happy to have him back. Abee should be pulling up. We might even have Billy pulling up any minute now. So we'll see. You know, they're both supposed to be here today. But we're looking forward to a great show. You already know we're going to be talking about the LOL League, the charity basketball game, which is going to be happening this Friday. And then if we have time, we're going to dive into some Detroit sports, you know, Lions, Pistons, Tigers, and all that other good stuff because all three of them are kind of in the midst of some important information and news happening. But before we do that, I got to let you know, be sure to subscribe to our pages. You got YouTube, Oz Media. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Oz Media. You can listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. And if you want to call in, you know, again, there's going to be some topics today that need to be addressed. The number is 313-306-1750. Again, 313-306-1750. Feel free to call in. We'll answer the phone, and we'll have you on the line, and we'll hear what you have to say. Got to give a shout-out to the sponsors, BC Adhesives, The Balkan House, Qahwa House, Hanley International Academy, Hammer Time True Value Hardware, and Unique Coney Island. We're going to go ahead and start off with the hammer because, you know, we shout out to BG from the league. We appreciate BG, great guy. So shout out to Hammer Time True Value Hardware. We're going to run that ad, and we're going to go ahead and get the show on the road right after. Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Hammer Time True Value Hardware has all of your hardware needs. They have items for cooling, heating, lawn care, plumbing, electrical, and much more. They have great service, great prices. If you want to shop local, then look no further than Hammer Time True Value Hardware, the best hardware store in the Detroit Hamtramck. Shout out to, again, Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Shout out to BG. Abee Abraham said 5 minutes away, brothers, so he should be here in the next minute or so. Just come ahead and sit on that chair right there. Abee has your name on it. With that said, where are we starting with, guys? Are we going to start out with the LOL League? And Nader, I want to be able to look at Farhat because I feel like Farhat has a lot to tell me, you know what I'm saying? So are we starting with the LOL League? What are we starting with, Nader? You tell me. And by the way, Nader, if you can make sure that the mic is right there in front of your face so that when you talk, you can listen. I just saw a fist bump. That's
for his performance last week.
Okay.
He ruined my homecoming with Khalid.
Can you give him a round of applause, Yusuf David? Shout out to Nader. Just a round of applause. What was it? 23 points, 15 rebounds.
Yes.
4 or 5 assists. What was the overall stat line?
I mean, I thought it was more points and more rebounds, but we could go with 23 and 15.
Bro, that sounds like Dwight Howard in Thailand.
That's pretty funny. Nader, talk to us, man. So there was a trade that happened last week.
Yeah, there was a trade. Sonny for Ferris. We hated to see Ferris go, but I think it's best for both teams.
You hated to see him go, but you love to watch him leave. That's what the line is.
Yeah, so I know there was a lot of, you know, I think my performance was, you know, just I didn't want Ferris to win.
That's
one.
funny.
I mean,
hey, I actually think Go ahead, Nader.
I mean, my performance was based on Ferris leaving, basically. So I need to trade somebody else next week, and then I have another good game.
Believe it or not, man, I thought the trade was good for both teams. You know
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
You know, because Faddis is like a glue guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a glue guy, and when you have that on your team, and then you have a guy like Munir too.
And Munir's been playing very good.
So
very good.
So honestly, question the draft when you did the draft. I'm like, how's that gonna work, right?
So initially the draft, I picked the best in the
Available.
with assistance from Nabil, but I picked the best players available.
Yeah.
Took Ferris second round. We were looking at my brother, Rashid, but they picked him up. The Bad Boys picked him up the pick before. So Munir was the best available.
No,
And I looked at it like having two point guards, two players that could penetrate, two players that could open up the offense, and it just didn't work. I mean, it didn't work out. It's like too much. You need one guy.
Some people
You really can't have two guys.
No, I mean that some people are better when the ball's in their hand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when he's been having the ball in his hand most of his life, now he's playing off the ball.
Yeah.
It's kind of throwing him off a little bit.
Yes, 100%.
Shout out to brother Abee. He pulled in right now with the Free Palestine shirt. Shout out to Palestine. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Love the hat. Love the shirt. We're just kind of
Surprise guest with Nader, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
surprised-
I had to fill in. I
Yeah.
came for something else, and then I had to fill in because you're late.
He's trying to fill up the stat lines.
No, they said in the chat yesterday, there's certain guys that you just see on Wednesdays, and then there's real friends. I see you're here with Faris, so that tells me something.
I knew you were coming. That's why I'm here.
Yes. Talk to us right now. Right now we're talking in the midst of the deal, Nader's performance. You know,
Nader came out and showed that he's super elite.
Yeah.
He showed that he needs to, touch the ball.
Yeah.
He can create his own opportunities. He did have a little chip on his shoulder. He did want to win the homecoming
Yes.
of Faris with Khalid.
Yeah.
You know, Faris is the easy guy to like to hate in this league, unfortunately.
AB, you say touch the ball, but there's a few players on our team that weren't 100%. So I felt like I needed to step up. As long as we win, I don't see if I don't care if I touch the ball one time in the game. As long as we win, people need to step up.
Moti, were you there for that game?
I wasn't, but
Well, I mean,
He's seen the video.
he told me.
well, I mean, so Nabil wasn't Nabil.
No.
Okay.
It didn't have to be.
Yeah.
Teams are going to game plan against a guy like Nabil. The guy's averaging almost 20 points a game.
Right.
Guy's a top scorer in the league. And for the first several weeks, Nabil was the main part of the offense. Then you had Mr. Triple-Double himself.
Who's Mr. Triple Double?
Munir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was averaging a triple-double, but the team was 0-5.
Okay.
No, wait.
I mean,
Was one of those-
AB.
was
Why
one of
were?
those stats
I'm
turnovers?
not dogging you, Nader.
No,
I'm not
I'm just
dogging
saying
you.
we were
wondering.
0. I'm going to tell you guys something. We were 0-5 we were playing 4-on-4, 5 players. We didn't have our full team. Since we've had our full team, we're 3-0.
Okay. You're right.
Okay?
You're
And
right.
you know what?
Solid.
And the team at 0-5 did not fall apart.
Hold on, though.
Did not fall apart.
Faris, am I allowed to speak freely?
Yes.
Like, am I? No, I'm just saying. Am I allowed to?
Why are
like,
you even
Can I?
asking?
Can I
Speak
cause
for- Yes,
controversy?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
Is that what you brought me on this
Oh,
year
yes.
for? Is a little bit of
Come on,
controversy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were 0-5 with missing key pieces. Faris missed the
Here's one
first,
of them, yes.
several games. Okay, Jamil was hurt. We brought that up last week. Okay, so then they got full squad, which is awesome. But the guys they played weren't full squads. Nader, don't take that the wrong way. I'm just putting it out there. There were some key pieces missing there too. Nader, though, can't take anything away from what he just did, because that's what he should be doing on a daily basis.
I agree.
They should be moving the ball a lot more, because you can't have just a focus on Nabil. Munir had a great first 5 games, for an example, okay? And the guy's playing out of his mind this season.
Very determined.
Playing
Yeah.
out of his mind. I mean, we're calling him Mr. Triple-Double. I mean, I'm taking a shot at, we're so concerned with that triple-double, but we were 0-5. You've got to translate into wins.
I mean, a few games we went into overtime against Fujo's team, which I think is one of the top teams.
Yeah.
And we had 5 guys that game, or 4 guys, I don't remember, but we went into overtime in that game. I mean, our team.
Yeah, you guys are playing
The way we
great.
picked the team, everybody, good character people. They work hard. They play hard.
I'll tell you
I
this.
think Bilal is
Hitman,
the steal of the draft.
It's 100%.
6 steals a game.
100%. If you do power rankings from 4 weeks, Hitman.
Bilal.
Listen, if you do
Stepped up.
power rankings from 5 weeks ago to where Nader's team again not healthy everything and where the record was, they were the bottom. Right now, you're doing the power rankings based off of the performances of the last 3 weeks. They're a top 3 team. They really are.
I say top team. But.
I'm gonna be realistic. I like you. You're one of my favorite. You're, if not the favorite, next to Nabil, even though he's a traitor.
I just want to throw it out there that Nabil says I hate glue, and Moti said that Faris is like the glue. And then Nabil also said that they can't guard you, Nader.
No.
And
Then why weren't you giving him the ball in the first couple games?
And I believe Uncle JJ
Listen.
said, brother Nader handled his business. And then Nabil said, we got better with Sonny. This is all shots towards Faddish right now, I feel like. I just want to throw that out there.
But you know what?
You think the game is about
You know
shots,
what?
Abee.
It's the great players that get all that attention.
Yes,
when
that's true.
you go at somebody like that,
Yeah.
when you try to bring somebody down like that purposely, it means
he's a threat.
they're doing something right.
Threat.
We got to hear what Faddish has to say because he's
Faddish,
the one that
talk to
got
us.
traded. He was the one on the opposite end of the game.
It was mutual. It was all mutual.
Yeah.
I would love to have. I mean, Ferris. I mean, we were going to win the champ. We're going to win the championship anyways. But Ferris, with or without Ferris, we're going to win the championship.
Last year,
Ferris is
Nader,
one of my favorite-
Last year,
I'm-
Nader, it was not mutual. I said go.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And
he
You
did
know,
trade
you
me.
know what? You brought a good point. I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry. You brought a good point. Where's Nader's ring? Where's his trophy? He did play 8 games. With
I
the House
played
of
8
Dragons.
games with you.
You got to be qualified to. No, you have to play 9 games to be qualified.
9
You only
games.
play 8.
And you got to consider minutes played too.
You know what it is? You know,
played a lot of minutes.
you know what it came down to?
Here it goes, here it
It
goes.
was in discussion. It was in discussion about giving you that trophy. And when you whipped him in fantasy after sitting Mike
Yes,
Evans,
yes,
I changed my
yes,
mind.
Yes.
he changed his mind.
I am fantasy
You
2000.
beat
Yeah, I am.
Fabitz in fantasy.
Yes,
Fabit.
yes, I did.
You can't be
Ali
throwing
Fabit's
S.
in there.
Yeah, but
Fabitz, not Omar. You're the legend. We know that. You're the legend. Come on, let's be real.
thank you, appreciate
I would have
it.
probably beat him too.
Oof.
I mean, you win it all. You
See what
can't
I'm talking
argue
about?
with
See
him. You
what
can't
I'm
argue
talking
with
about?
him.
He hype right now.
Yeah, he is.
But he's got a championship belt.
It's true.
Should we
As
put
a
the-
rookie.
Can we put
Hey,
the video of me
asterisk.
holding the belt?
There's no asterisk.
Yeah, he gonna have
He
to.
didn't know who
100%.
Mike Evans was. He said D Waller. He had no idea who Waller was. He dropped him.
I did sit out.
Abee, you
I
want
did
some
sit
to
out
drink?
Mike
Water?
Evans. He had
Coffee?
40,
Please, can I get
45
coffee?
Yes, coffee.
Hey,
Please. One
thank you.
sugar.
Hey, listen,
Sugar cream, maybe.
Darren Waller.
Sugars, 2 sugars.
Hey,
please.
Darren Waller was a good drop for him. How about that?
Yeah, believe it or not, I was actually worked out for him. But let's go back to Faddish.
I'm sorry.
What are your thoughts on the game and just in general the trade? Like, was it mutual? Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, it was mutual.
Yeah.
You know, make sure. Yeah.
It was mutual. Like you guys mentioned, Manir was playing good for the team, and we were kind of
Both the same type of
bumping
players.
heads on the
Yeah,
court.
Yeah.
So, and at the same time, you guys probably don't know, the variable was Sonny too. He wanted out of his team.
Yes, that's true.
So a lot of it was, hey Ferris, well, why'd you want to leave? Why you leaving? It was
Yeah.
more so him.
Yeah.
So
We
Listen,
brought that
this
up
is-
last week.
this
Why
is-
that came out of nowhere.
and
This league is about playing basketball, having fun, brotherhood. If Sonny was not feeling his team,
We're gonna go back to that
Fair-
comment a little bit later, but
fair-
go ahead. Brotherhood and playing the game and having fun.
that's what it's about.
Okay, but we're gonna go back to that later.
Ferris,
Thank
Ferris,
you.
you did
Just need that.
you did a good move. Ferris did a good move.
no, it was an opportunity to play for Khalid, and everybody knows I love playing for the guy. I still think he's the
Khalid
best
Abdul-
all-around player in the league.
Khalid.
Khalid al-Jahmi.
Oh, okay.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Nader is funny, man. You know darn well what he was talking about. But
I mean, it could be Khalid Abdullah. He's very.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd
he
love
said
to play for Khalid Abdullah.
He's
Yeah.
a very good player.
I mean,
So-
that's sarcasm because I'm not
No, it's
familiar
not.
with the league. I'm
No.
not familiar with the league.
I have
players.
videos.
Omar,
I'll send you videos
if
of
you
it.
think it is, it's more likely it
Okay.
is.
All right.
You're on there. You're catching what's being thrown out there. You're catching
I'm
it.
trying to. So keep going though.
But yeah, so Sonny wanted to move, and unexpectedly he was on the top 2 team at the time, and wanted to go to their team, and he brought it up to me, and it was an opportunity for me to play with Khalid, and I said, why not? So plus
Everybody's happy.
yeah, everybody's happy
I mean, does that make sense to you, OT?
except for Bilal Hitman.
I mean, obviously he wasn't
upset.
happy.
What,
only got 1 point last
What
week.
wasn't he happy about?
He
He
probably
was
wasn't-
in first. Hold on, he was in first place at the time. He took the most shots on the team. He was second to third leading scorer. There was really I've never heard in the chat once or heard anybody blame Sonny for a loss. I've never heard it personally, and I hear everything. Everybody comes to Abee. When they want something leaked out, they come and they talk to
That's
me
funny.
because they know I'm outspoken.
TMZ.
100%.
Shouts out to Nabil too. He's the one that orchestrated the whole trade.
I mean, I get it. That's my point.
He got his way to keep him trying to make
Sonny wanting to be traded came out of nowhere.
it. Did.
Came out of nowhere. And he still hasn't justified it. Just putting it out
Does he
there.
have to justify it?
I mean, you should, right?
I mean-
it's a brotherhood league. We're just playing basketball. It'd be
That's
nice to
it.
call
I mean,
your captain and say, hey, brother, listen, this is what it is. I'm not happy or whatever it may be.
Doesn't the
'cause
captain have to approve of the trade though? Or
Yes,
no?
yes,
Okay.
100%.
and I think he stalled out for about an hour before he approved that trade.
No, why would you
No,
want
no,
a
no.
player on your team and he don't want to be on the team?
But
Yeah.
this is my point. Why doesn't
You have to
he?
negotiate a deal with
Well,
him.
why doesn't? It's not like you kicking Nader out last year.
Yeah, not everything's that.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, no,
yeah,
no. He talked back to me one time. And I said he's gone.
One time.
Who?
One time. I did.
He's gone.
You know, that was the best move you guys did. You removed the distractions on your team, and I told him that.
Big time.
And I said that's the reason you guys won.
They would have won with
You
me.
coulda-
They would have won with me too.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I agree.
Wow.
I agree to that.
No.
I agree they would have won with him.
Hey, listen, I love Nader, bro.
What did Malachi do? What did Malachi do?
Cherry
What
pick.
did Malachi do
Cherry
outside of Nader to the last stretch of the season that really won you a championship if Nader was there?
Listen, Nader had better numbers under Coach Moti
Yes. Yes.
than after.
Yes.
See, you're proving my point.
Straight up.
You're still
Yes.
proving my point.
He hit like 2 or 3 game winners.
Yes.
You're proving my point.
So why did you trade him?
I told you, he talked back to me one time.
I mean, it's just simple. Listen.
What
like
about what was Jamil's excuse?
Jamil, he wanted out.
Okay.
Yeah,
he did.
wanted
He
out.
did want out. He had issues.
I didn't understand it.
Well,
but
but
he
it
wanted
was
out.
playing time.
Straight
he
up.
made it clear it was just playing time.
Stop it.
I'm just saying it was playing time.
Nabil said Sufi's the best player in the league. No one likes Adil. They did blame Sonny with their last 2 losses. And then Sonny said lots of misinformation. Sonny, the number's 313.
We need to get Sonny on the phone.
Nabil is
We need to
active.
get Sonny on the phone.
Nabil is active. Tell him to save it for the game.
Hold on,
Tell him.
Nabil, little bit at a time.
Tell him he's
cuz.
gonna need to post up Sufi.
little bit at
Nabil
a
is
time.
going off. You gotta see.
Little bit at a time.
We're going to address
he's
that. We're
going
going to
off.
address that before we jump into that
He's
conversation,
going off.
guys.
I'm telling you
Did
right now.
watch him in the last game?
No. I'm talking
Nader
about.
had to carry the. Okay,
I'm talking about a charity game.
Let's-
I'm saying,
He's
did you
going
watch Nabil in the last game? Nader had to carry
There's a
him.
reason. Not everybody's 100% every game.
So let's wrap up the LOL League conversation,
Go ahead.
okay?
Let's
so
go to the charity
we
game.
we got Wednesday coming up, and then I'm hearing that they're still playing another week right before Ramadan. Is that true?
Hopefully,
They're
yeah.
doing
There's a
so,
bunch.
Three
yeah,
games.
Yeah, 3 games. I guess my team, Team Fehmi, and Team T-Mac won't be playing.
Okay,
Yeah.
why?
Well, next Wednesday is what, Tarawih? Or what?
Tarawih, yeah.
Yeah, so
Saying, but why they pick your teams to not play? Is
you know
weird.
what? There was probably more of a volunteer thing.
Okay.
Like, 2 teams that had to volunteer, obviously not to play, unless 2 teams wanted to play the really late game, which, I mean, every team has a couple of members that definitely want to make.
Tarawih,
Yeah. So it doesn't bother me. We can use an extra week of healing, Fahmy and Tweak. And
Need more than 1 week for.
no, I'm just saying, though, but it's
I mean,
not.
your team.
Oh,
I mean,
really? We beat you without me.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, you guys didn't have fathers, but they beat you.
Ferris is a big key.
Listen,
a big
Bra-
part of
Bra-
a team.
Brahim Shajara beat you guys, shooting 20 times,
We left them open.
and he made you pay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where's the league at? Who's sitting at number 1 right now in the league?
Record-wise?
Team Maher, who's got Fujo Matiha on his team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they the best team?
We
in
got
the
to,
league,
you got to do a shout out. If you're going to talk about the league, you got to do
Yeah.
a shout out.
Mati-
So they, Sufi or Team Yusuf, let's be real, because we were talking about old captains, but they're the number 1 picks. But it's Team Yusuf with Sufi. They agreed to play 4-on-4.
That's classy. Very classy.
Fujo couldn't make it, first round pick, and then the captain Mahd is hurting a little bit. He couldn't play. So they played 4-on-4. Matia dropped 40 points.
Wow.
And 25 rebounds.
He dropped 40 points, 25 rebounds.
They won?
Overtime win against Sufi. Sufi goes down again. Again.
Hey, he hits a 3 to tie the game.
Sufi or the Mutter?
Sufi, listen.
Ice in his veins.
Ain't nobody,
Yeah.
no one's saying he ain't playing. Like, he's playing, but I've said this before, I'll say it again. He's figured out.
I think
Everybody, they
That
figured
team-
out him and Yusuf together.
No. That team's figured out. Not
They
Sufi. Nobody
figured,
can stop Sufi.
they figured, okay, but Sufi can't score 40 and win every game.
No, he can't.
Sufi can't be hitting these game winners all the time. Like, he needs help, and he has some help. He's figured out the slow-paced offense. I'll detail it out right now. A slow-paced offense.
Well, tell us what they figured
What do you
out.
mean?
What is it?
They figured out Yusuf, bro. You have to put pressure on Yusuf Badani. If he can't run the offense,
I agree.
And Sufi's trying to do it. Sufi can't do
agree.
it by himself either.
Sunny.
They got to. Oh, here comes Sonny.
It's always sunny in Dearborn, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. All right. Shout out to my guy.
As long as there's no sensitivity in this call.
All right. It's always sunny in Dearborn. Sonny, what's going on, Sonny?
Oh, what's up, guys? How
right.
you guys doing?
This guy, Sonny, by the way, we actually had him scheduled to come on the show this week, but he was busy, but happy to have you call in. I see the comments. You said lots of misinformation. What do you want to straighten out right here on the show right now, Sonny? Because there's going to be a lot of stuff straightened out today. This is the first one.
We'll make it quick. Thanks for having me on, Omar.
Of course.
Mo. Nice to see the rest of the guys, Nader, Ferris, Abee. So this whole trade thing, LOL, honestly, Ferris, you can't say I approached you when you approached me first. So we're talking about two back-to-back Saturdays. Hey, look, I don't want you jumping out of your seat, my friend.
I was about to. I was jumping out of my
It's
seat.
too late for that. Go ahead.
What?
But I won't go into the details, the nitty-gritty. I'm just going to tell you that I saw Ferris the first Saturday at Access Gym or pickup game, and we just had a little convo, and he wasn't really, he wanted to be traded. He made it obvious. He called his captain. He wanted to be traded, and
No, wait.
I
He
told him I wish
never
I could-
called me. Wait, he never
See,
called
it's
me.
already misinformation. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You can hang up right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
we never discussed it. I
hold
actually
on,
tried
hold
to
on,
figure it
captain
out.
is telling
hold
you
on a
on the
second.
show.
Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
So were you not telling me that the first Saturday, not the second Saturday, the first Saturday?
How many Saturdays
Wait,
are there?
after the Matt had a
Dearborn.
secret meeting? Was this after the Matt had a secret meeting?
I have no idea, but it was after the Matt secret meeting, okay? However, that Saturday, you didn't tell me that you wanted to be traded?
Sonny,
Yes or no?
This stop. You're digging yourself a big hole.
Omar, there's
Listen, the
there's-
trade happened.
there's-
It doesn't
Okay.
matter how it
So
got.
anyway,
It doesn't matter how it went down.
long story
Society,
short,
and there's the
long
truth.
story short,
So
let me
it's three
just address
sides.
real one thing real quick. Okay, Abee.
Yes.
Listen, I know you love me.
I love
Okay,
you. I do.
know
I
you love
really
me.
do.
love you talking
I
about me,
really
okay.
do. I love you
Okay,
so much. You have
here's
no
the
idea.
thing. Here's the thing. I know you talked about I get the most shots. I get this. I get
no,
that.
I'm just saying
I don't know why he's happy.
Yeah, it's a surprise to the league.
Look,
I'm telling you, we've talked it over,
It's not
plenty
about-
of us.
This is not about shots. It's not about this. It's not about that. Sometimes, hey, it's like sometimes making a change for the better. Maybe it's people talking, people always criticizing whether you win or lose.
Is this
Those
internal?
things are not necessary.
Are you talking internally?
It's internal.
Stuff,
It's
yeah,
internal.
So stuff that wouldn't come out to where we'd hear about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
See,
So
that makes more
if
more
you wanna
sense. That was
see it-
never
if you
brought
wanna-
up.
If you want to see it, when I see you on Wednesday, I'll show it to you in person. So
Does it
I don't
matter?
mind to put it
The
out
trade
there.
happened.
Nader's telling me it doesn't matter. I gotta
Does not
listen.
matter. I
I
got
gotta listen to
Sonny.
I gotta listen to Super Elite. He is very happy to have you,
I'm
Sonny.
very
I'll
happy.
make a prediction.
And I would have been happy keeping
I'll make a
Ferris.
prediction. I'll make a prediction. Omar and Mo, you guys are going to be at the championship game for LOL 35 and over after Ramadan, right?
Inshallah. Live.
You're going to broadcast there?
Yes.
Live?
Mo, you're gonna broadcast it? Or you plan on playing in it?
No, I'm
Yeah, he's
playing.
going to broadcast. He's going to broadcast. No. He's going to be broadcasting, Mo. I guarantee you that.
Oh,
He's going to be broadcasting. My prediction is Team Nader is going to the championship this year.
Okay.
How about just going, or are you gonna make a
No one
very
is
bold?
stopping us. We're the best team in the league.
Are you making a very bold prediction and just you're calling the win out right now? Should we just
I'm
hand?
calling a win out right now.
Right, there you go, Nader.
Yeah.
There you go, Fatis. What do you think
calling
about
a win
that?
out.
What do
You
you
want-
think, Ferris?
I mean, Nader expects nothing less from his
Oh
team,
yeah,
by the way.
of course.
Sonny's
When
a
we were
competitive
0-5,
guy.
I knew we were going to win the championship.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Nader was 0-2 said we'll see you in the championship.
Yeah, I
At
said the
at
regular season does
at
not
0-3, he said wait until Fatis comes back with
Yep.
all our Bugattis and we're
Well,
going
he
to the
got an
championship.
upgrade then, Ferris. He got a better upgrade. I mean, it's
Hey.
like driving a Honda. versus
Different
a
type
Mercedes.
of players.
Hey,
Different type of players.
I'd rather drive a Honda, but a Sonny,
Anyway,
a Sonny's
you, guys.
prediction. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I like their team too.
Nader's team, man. Nader, I'm telling you
Hey,
right now,
we-
power rankings, they're up there now.
Listen, Sonny and Oz Media goes hand in hand. It was our first live stream game where he hit
I
that
know.
big shot.
Stop. I was
So
against me.
it's just something that we
Thanks.
can't disagree with Sonny. You know what I'm saying? He just has the keys so far. So we'll see what
Thanks,
happens
guys.
for sure.
Sufi keeps reminding me, Sonny, after you hit that three, I looked at Sufi. I said,
What?
Sufi reminds me all the time. After you hit that three, he looked at me and I looked at Sufi and I said, this guy hasn't hit a three all game. He's going to hit one now.
Yeah.
He hasn't hit a three all game.
Hey,
All game. I don't think he hit a three
thanks for
all
having me on,
season.
guys. Hey, just one more thing I want to mention before you guys move on to the next topic. I know it's the next topic of discussion for Omar there. the charity game. I know Abee has a lot to say on this, and I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Whether you agree or disagree, I respect your opinions. However, if Agil Bosch, one of the best players in the league, or not just the league, in the city, okay, plays in that charity game, I'm giving Dearborn an automatic L in my book. Automatic L. I don't care
Explain why. Why?
Because he didn't make it to the
The
roster.
reason why is because it looks desperate. You have to pull out one of the elite players
Looks
in the
desperate?
league.
No.
Hold on, hold on, let him finish, let him finish.
Let me finish because I got a comment.
It is
I got a
desperate.
comment.
It doesn't look
I got a
it is
comment, too.
desperate. No, it is desperate. Look, Hamtramck is 2.2 square miles. Okay, if these guys will go out just a little bit out and start
of a sudden,
recruiting
everybody from
players
Dearborn is
from
Hamtramck
outside
now.
from Detroit, look, they can get a few D1 players from Detroit University of Detroit Mercy. They can blow us out. if they want to.
Sonny,
If that's the case. So don't bring Bosch into the game
No,
because
no,
let these guys play.
when did Bosch
these guys
say?
play.
When did Bosch? What drew Bosch to
The
even
rumor
say?
is Bosch is playing.
Okay, but
Is
what
Bosch on the roster?
what drove Bosch? Hold on, no, he said it in the chat. I know it's listen. That's my point. There's one story, there's another story, then there's the truth. What drove Bosch to say, "I'm gonna see you guys in the second half, and I'm dropping 50 on you"? Isn't that
doesn't
when?
matter.
Isn't that when
It doesn't
4 or
matter.
5 guys in the chat from Hamtramck were just going at Bosch?
Who cares?
So Bosch,
Who cares?
being who he
cares?
is, made a statement. But let me tell you what we do, not in the
He doesn't need to
2.2
make
mile
the
city of
statement. We're already
Hamtramck,
telling
but in the
him he's
big
the
city
best
of
player.
Dearborn. What happens is we'll take a story, especially in this league, we'll take a story and we'll run with it. And we'll
No, sir.
expand
No,
it.
sir. No,
Habibi,
sir.
again, I'm telling you the story. I'm telling you what. Were you in the
Faris,
chat,
Nader,
Bosch? Or,
you guys agree
Nader?
with me. Mo, you guys agree
No.
with me. He's one of the best elite players
Absolutely.
in the community, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's undisputable. He doesn't have if he thinks he has to come into a charity game to prove something, okay, then something's wrong with this guy.
What
he doesn't need to. We
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
validate his
listen.
What
Yes,
about-
see,
we
you guys
validate,
don't
we
know.
Hold on,
validate him
Sonny.
already. We
Sonny,
validate
Sonny,
him.
Sonny. What about the uncapped salary of Hamtramck adding Nabil Abdullah and Sufi?
Yeah. True.
And they're still fishing for.
listen,
and the rumor is they're talking to Fatty on the,
Hey,
on the
hey,
side.
the rumor-
Hold on. Apparently, there's no salary cap here.
Hey,
So if
hey.
that's the
Okay,
case,
hold on a
Hey,
second.
I'm an
Hold on a
open
second.
book.
Let me
hold
respond
I'm
to
an
that.
open
Hold
book.
on.
Ask me anything.
hold on.
I know you are.
Straight up.
No,
Let
I
me
know.
respond to
We
that.
know on both sides too.
We compete with Omar and Sufi every single night. We compete with these guys every
The
single
bucket
night.
walked in.
Sometimes they beat us, sometimes we beat them. So to bring, I just think it's going to be an automatic L. I'm sorry. I'm be cheering for Team Hamtramck.
Sonny, if you
That's
were
fine.
if you were
I'm okay with
picked
him.
if you were picked up for the Dearborn team, would you be talking like this?
Not at all.
No.
My opinion.
And
My
Bosch,
opinion.
and
My
Bosch was
opinion.
playing. If Sonny was,
Wallahi,
if Sonny
I
was on the
would.
roster
Wallahi, I would.
and Bosch decided to play,
Wallahi, I would.
do you think he's going to be upset?
I would say 100%.
Really?
I would be like, hey, bro, you don't
Teammate.
need
All
to
right,
play.
you're
Teammate.
I can take on Sufi myself.
absolutely.
So again, Sonny,
Okay,
I
thank you
hear
guys
Sonny,
for having me.
Sonny,
No
we
You
problem.
guys
appre-
are going to
Give
be
it a mic,
upset at me.
Yusuf.
Let me go. For,
Sonny, we agree with your take. We agree with your take. Listen to me. We agree
my
with your
opinion.
take. Listen to me. But what I'm telling you is your take doesn't have all the truth to it on what was said and why it was said and how it was said to Bosch saying that I'm going to play in this game. You had 4 guys from Hamtramck. Fujo was going at him. Fahmy was going at him. JJ was talking. Me, Billy, Nate were all in the chat.
So
and,
what?
and they're just, it's casual trash talk. See, this is the point.
Yeah, these are
We-
rumors.
what?
He's
Yeah.
not even on the roster.
Sonny, you're
Who's our-
starting in
So
my
what?
pizza starting
He's an elite
lineup.
player. He doesn't need to listen to anybody.
Who's that on the
He's
line
an elite
here?
player.
It was trash talk.
Sonny.
Sonny said that if Bosch plays, he's giving Dearborn an automatic L. And then we, we're all sitting there talking about like Bosch ain't playing, but we're trying to explain why that was even said. When 4 guys that were talking, I don't want to get into this, Omar. We're definitely
Yeah, we're
going to
gonna
get
get
into
it
this.
right after.
The
right
whole,
after this.
yeah, the
So,
whole.
Sonny, first of all, we appreciate
for having me,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you for calling, Sonny. We appreciate you. Thank you, and we're gonna dive
Take care.
right
Thank
into
you,
this.
Omar. Thank you.
Remember,
No problem.
remember who
Sonny,
took,
we love you, but
remember the
that's
first one that took you first round.
Sonny,
Remember
that's it's a need to know basis, and you don't need to know.
All right. So with that said, Yusuf, can you go ahead and I just want to say we're gonna dive right into the LOL League. We're ready to. You guys got the bullet points. You guys gonna get that going.
Welcome.
Yusuf, can we run on our second ad of today, which is gonna be Unique Coney Island. After we run this ad, we're gonna now talk about the charity basketball game. And then we got a lot of comments here too, by the way. We got a lot of people commenting, so I'll read that off. So go ahead, Yusuf, and run the Unique Coney Island ad, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about
Sambo.
the championship game. I mean, charity game.
Unique now.
Oh, no
Unique
way.
Coney Island.
How come we don't go?
Unique Coney Island is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also have a reward system there, where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. Their location is 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Shout out to Sambo, Big Nate, Big Nasty, and everyone over there at Unique Coney Island for the best conies around.
Very bitter.
All right. With that said, shout out to Sambo, shout out to Nate, shout out to Big Nasty, everybody over there at Unique Coney Island. If y'all didn't see it, they had a video with G-Mac Cash. Hilarious.
Yeah, he sent that to one of Sambo's been a teammate of mine for the last like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Who's
And he-
T-Mac Cash?
He's a Detroit rapper.
Detroit
that's
rapper, yeah. So
well-known.
they did a little commercial video. I saw it. He sent it to one of
I
our
listen
group
to 80s
chats.
music.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
So awesome. We're
that's
so happy for
hilarious.
Sambo.
And a solid video too, by the way.
Yeah, it is actually.
Sambo's a low-key hood legend. You guys don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Like, again, we're just, this league, the greatest thing, and I'll say this over and over every time I come on here, the greatest thing about this league was bringing everybody together. Like, come on, guy, I wouldn't even know you guys. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, for sure.
With my background and what I mean, I'm telling you, the greatest thing that this league's ever done is bring a bunch of people together and the new friendships and bonds and family that's been formed.
The new hatred.
The hatred too,
Shout out to
though.
the Sabbath family, great family, very, very classy family.
Unbelievable, man.
Wow, are you going to
Unbelievable.
start us off with that? Because I felt like you had a lot to get off your chest, Billy. And
Oh, we do. We're going to
jump
start
right
with
at
that.
it.
We're going to start with that. We
Appreciate
got,
it.
you know,
Listen, this is all basketball related. I'm not talking about personalities. I'm
For
talking
sure.
about basketball.
For sure.
The Sabbats are one of the best families I've ever met, mashallah alaikum. I'm serious, but now we're going to let some stuff off our chest. Don't get offended.
That's
Go
it.
ahead. No,
First of all, I
100%.
want to ask Nader, where's your point guard? Every time I see you, you're out with Ferris, out and about, having dinner, having lunch, breakfast. Where's Munir?
You said it perfectly.
Listen.
On Wednesdays, you hang out with your teammates, and on the other days, you hang out with your friends.
Exactly.
Ferris is my friend.
That's why.
Wow.
That's why
Ferris is my-
Monita said he'll see you
He's a very good
tonight.
friend.
Last night.
He's a very good friend.
All right,
That's it.
so let's get to it.
Benair also. Everybody, I want to be everybody's friend. I'm not trying to make, and I can hang out with
Go
whoever
ahead.
I want. What's the
Munir is an
issue?
acquaintance. You only see him on Wednesday. Go ahead. You see him for an hour.
First of all, we had people commenting a couple things. Relax, Bosch is not playing. Tay said that, and then Jamil said Bosch and Kemal will be out of hand. Greatest thing about the league is Nader, said Nabil. So first thing I want to say is, for those that don't know, this Friday, March 17th, is going to be the Hamtramck versus Dearborn Charity Basketball Game. First, we're going to actually, doors open at 6 because there's going to be the 18-plus CRSD championship game first. Will be played.
You guys want to come see some great basketball? Come see that game.
Yeah, and then right after, the charity basketball game will be played, and the location is now at Dearborn High. I don't have the specific address, but Dearborn High School. I'm sure you probably know it. Nate,
Across the street from Nader's house.
if you want to park,
Everybody
if you
knows
want to
where
park,
Nader is.
What was it, like 18?
Coincidentally.
Don't park at,
18.
don't park
hey,
at
free
my house.
parking, free
Don't park
parking
at
or
my
no?
house.
It's
Yeah.
not free parking.
Shout
or
out
what?
to Jeff Conway,
Yes.
AD
Great guy,
Dearborn
man.
High.
Great guy. Realistically, very
Yeah.
supportive, very
Been
understanding.
really, been part of the city of Dearborn for a long time. I know he ran softball.
Yeah.
Him and Jeff Deldudish, I can't even say his name right now,
Deldudish.
from Fortson.
Yeah.
You met him
Yes.
when you did your
Yeah.
basketball podcast. So those guys, I mean, the city's known him. I've known him for a great number of years, just even playing softball. If I didn't go to Dearborn, I didn't go to Fortson. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
great guys.
Great guys. So Billy throughout the week has been saying he wanted to get some things off his chest, and I'm sure it's very similar to some of the other people that are sitting here in the room. So let's go ahead and address one thing at a time. Obviously with great events, there's some controversy, and so therefore it's important to address them so that we're all on the same page heading into this big week, inshallah.
Book it. Talk to us.
Talk to us, Billy.
First and foremost, let's understand this is just charity. Alhamdulillah, the most important thing is to fundraise for the ummah. That's the most important thing, first and foremost.
Alhamdulillah,
I got that
inshallah.
off my chest first.
Yes,
okay?
for sure.
Number two, this is side note stuff. This is like what's going on behind the scenes that nobody sees. You can't take our best player, handpick him, and break the rules of engagement.
One of
Now
our
it's on.
listen, stop. One of our best players.
One of our best players.
Let's just call it the way it is. Then he's a great player, but he's one of the
You're
the
gonna make that
best.
statement.
No, hold on, hold
You're
on.
gonna make that statement, but why is Nabil not playing?
Stop.
for Dearborn?
I want you guys to say whatever it is that you guys have to say, then we can address
Stop
it one by
protecting
I
one.
him.
got no
Go ahead.
holds barred. I
Yeah,
got no
yeah.
handcuffs on.
No handcuffs.
Because his brother-in-law, after the game, dogged him. Okay, not because of the mayor. Ain't nobody blamed.
No.
Stop.
No. What's
Nobody
the real
blamed.
reason?
Nobody
Have
blamed
Nabil call in.
Nabil
New to
for
me.
this
Nabil's
loss.
gonna call in. Hold on.
Hold
Nobody
on.
blamed him for this for last year's. Nobody.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Nobody
Nobody.
did.
Yeah,
There
they
was a
did.
disgruntled player who
Unknown.
was out.
John Doe.
Brother-in-law, who was outspoken after the game, a little upset, was on the team, and he went at Nabil in the chat. I actually remember now that it was brought up to me. And not one single person went at Nabil Abdullah and blamed him for last year's game. People have good games, people have bad games. It is what it was still a close game.
Yeah.
Bottom line, okay? So nobody blamed him. The mayor taking a shot at him, I mean, that's
That has nothing,
Mayor took
that has
shots
nothing
at
to
me.
do with it. That has nothing with
The Mayor
okay.
took shots at me.
I'm glad you said that. So let's just leave the mayor out of it.
How about
Yeah,
how about
has
me
nothing to do
though
with
too,
it.
man? People were saying like I'm the one that came in and kind of
So,
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
so
Swiping,
you are
swiping.
The director
You,
himself.
you are being played as a villain 100%.
Kaiser
Why?
Sose.
I mean, are we?
Kaiser
Because
Sose.
there's a rumor
Omar
saying
Sose.
that you've been planning this since last year's the charity game. That this has been a seed you've planted, and now it's almost a year later. It's grown out roots.
People don't
sprung
usually
out
get
the
one
ground.
past me, and I gotta tell you, Omar, you really got one past us, bro.
All right. Hold on one second. Can I first of all say that I'm a big fan of Nabil Abdullah?
Oh, we all
Oh,
are.
of course, now you are.
Hey, if he had if he had a concert, I'd be front row. All right, I don't care what it
I'd
is.
be backstage. I'd be backstage.
backstage too.
I'll be holding this towel and wiping his face
I'll be
a
his hype
little bit
man.
at a time.
I'll be his hype man for sure.
You know, you and I were talking to 80-20 last week. Remember that? Dearborn 80, Hamtramck 20.
It's more like 90-10.
No, it's not. Yeah, you're right. It's 90-10 Hamtramck now. There's so many people butthurt about this team that got picked.
Trigger.
Thank you. That's Al-Shiri Mohammed Al-Asri.
You can't really even call it Hamtramck. It's Taylor/Dearborn/Hamtramck.
Everybody is now Hamtramck.
Scram.
100%. Everybody's Hamtramck. Sonny is Hamtramck.
Fatty.
Who?
Fatty Nazi is Hamtramck now.
Everybody
Fatty
wants to
called-
play Hamtramck.
Fatty called Umar last
Everybody-
night and asked if there's room on the roster.
And what was my response, by the way? If it wasn't yesterday,
We already took your best player.
I
What do you
just
think we
made
need
that
you
up.
for? That's what he said.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. What happened?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
What'd you say?
I just made it up. but he-
Moti, and I.
What did you say, though?
have been getting phone calls from people.
Oh, 100%.
wondering
Fatty,
that
can
if they
you give us
Listen,
names?
I'm gonna say this on record. Before we knew if it was the Wheel of Fortune or the team was picked or anything like that, I was so upset about Nabil being moved over. I was so upset that it came down to like. There's my guy. I can say his
Why
name.
wasn't Fatty picked? He's
Hold
a great
on.
player.
He played last year.
That's why?
He quit on his team. He refused to go back. Let's just be real. You want to get mad at me? You've been mad at me for freaking months. You took your shoes off.
so
it
Fatty
was a
didn't-
7-point game or 6-point game. Bosch called you back in. You didn't want to come into the game.
So Fatty didn't get picked because of his because of what he did.
I
last
don't know,
year.
or maybe. Hold on, Austin. We hear you. Give me a second. I'm not done.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's his attitude.
Attitude.
I think there's some ability, right? We're not.
do you
Handcuffs are
think,
off.
Billy?
Handcuffs are off.
Why was Fatty
There's
not picked?
several guys in
Fatty
this
was
league
not
that.
picked.
Fatty's
What?
a great player.
That's a question for Bosch.
There's great players on this Dearborn side that weren't picked because it's a charity setting. And if you have to worry about, listen to me, if you're a great player and you know you're a top offensive player, you know how good you really are, and you were left off this team, you need to look in the mirror and figure out why these guys
I
said
agree.
no.
Or put a suggestion in the
100%.
suggestion box.
I
That
agree.
means you're too competitive and you can't
Mr.
control
Omar
yourself on the
T,
court.
I think AD is
It's a
triggering too
charity.
many
There's
people
going to
right
be
now.
women there. There's going to be children there. There's going to be
yeah.
families there. There's going to be city representatives there.
Yeah,
Let's
for
be
sure.
realistic.
For sure.
You need to be able to handle yourself. You need
I
to
agree.
represent, and this is another thing I get yelled at for. You need to represent yourself, your family, the community, and everybody in this league.
Yeah, exactly.
You represent
people.
me.
I mean, that's what I was going to save that to the end, but go ahead, continue on. Also, we got Usuli on the phone. Mo, Usuli, you're calling in. I'm sure there's a lot going on right now, and you chimed in.
Big ups to the legend.
Mo, Usuli, talk to us.
Anonymous. Who's more Austrian?
I'm sorry, we have an anonymous phone caller right now.
This is called a Mo A.
Mr. It's Just
Or
for
M.
Charity. Usuli, what's going on? I mean, Anonymous.
The
Mr.
tri-
Anonymous, what's going on?
The trigger psychiatrist.
Listen to me. Don't forget, everybody. It's for charity. At least before Kamal decided to play. Then it became, I've never seen somebody speak that negative in my life, nor be more intrigued. This guy was at the game on Wednesday just spitting negative statement after negative statement and thought Fahmi's known as a nice guy. But that's when I knew that the impact Camel has just mentally outdoes any player on that court.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Did you have any thoughts on anything that was just mentioned in terms of the Nabil situation and anything else about the charity basketball game?
I mean, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, how that came to fruition. But we talk about Nabil. It's not just Nabil. Let's not forget, their top player, Mo Soufi, is not from Hamtramck, does not have any relatives in
Hamtramck.
Yeah, but Asli, he played with them. He played with them last year, Asli. So let's forget about Mo. Mo Soufi's fine, but what about Nabil Abdullah? How does he get away with murder?
Ask Omar Thabit.
Now, if it's anybody else in the league that went to Hamtramck and everybody else found out, what are they saying?
I just want to say this.
What are they saying?
I want to make this clear.
Asli?
I want to make this clear,
Ask
Faddis.
Omar Sose.
Hey, Faddis, I want to make this clear. I'm going to be completely 100%
I think
with you.
Omar T was behind all of this.
The villain.
It's all right.
Play the villain.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay,
tell
I'm
you.
okay,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
tell you guys why
The Wizard of Oz
Nabil's not
himself.
playing. Let me tell you why Nabil's not playing. Nabil is not playing for for Dearborn because of how the players were last year. 100%. I've talked to him. That's what
Because
he
how
told me.
the players were, or because of the aftermath, he felt like he was blamed.
The aftermath, how they took off their shoes, the attitude. He does not want to be. He does not
None
want to
of
be a
us want
part of
to be
that.
part of that.
Hold
But
on,
that's
but
not
that's why.
excuse.
That's why he's
but
playing.
that's
Has
why
nothing
there's
to do.
nobody on the team this year that played last year.
But he's already-
pulled those shenanigans.
But he already agreed to play for Hamtramck before that was done.
How?
Just
You're
why they don't-
Dearborn.
It doesn't matter. It was.
I want to know why the league's #1 big man Nader is not in this game.
He chose not to
I
be. He
chose not to
decided to
play.
join Omar Thabit in the booth. Omar Thabit has to MC the event on a live mic during the game, like live promos. Nader said,
I'm putting all my efforts and energy into the father-daughter three-point contest. Okay, that's more important.
That's my
That's more
favorites.
important.
Those are my favorites.
Father of the year, right here.
More
Father of the year.
important. That's
award.
more important than a
Round
game.
of applause if you could give Nader a round of applause. right here.
That's you guys. You and Laura are my favorites.
Yeah.
They're my favorites.
Are you
to
wearing a
win.
suit, Nader?
I am.
If you need me to take your spot, though.
Are you wearing a suit?
Absolutely not.
Are you wearing a suit?
No,
I would like to see you in a suit.
I was gonna wear. I was gonna wear.
Oh, like you did. You did
All right,
like you did
but
last time.
Asli,
Listen, wait. I want to bring this up. I have a thobe now because
I don't
of
have one. Can I
because
have
of
one?
Ferris.
Nabil, where's my
Thank
phone?
you, Ferris. I want to thank you on.
Did Munir get you a thobe?
Ferris did.
Oh, okay. Check.
Who'd you say?
Munir.
Oh.
Are we're gonna continue on with the the
You had a question. You were trying to get.
I know. I
say
forgot.
what you
Right?
said.
I'm not gonna lie
Something
to you,
about
man.
Nabil. So you something about Nabil. They kept saying you were behind the Nabil.
No,
thing.
I told you
He said,
why
I'm gonna tell you
Nabil.
why,
No,
but you
I
wanted
told-
to
I'm not
say
gonna lie, you threw me
wanted to
off,
say
man.
something about
I know,
Nabil.
it was
Nabil
something-
playing with Hamtramck.
Listen.
You said you were probably gonna justify why he was playing, or maybe
Fatty.
justify.
Fatty?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. I mean, we had people reach out to. Oh, that's what. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nobody else. First of all, we're in a group chat. With people. Like I was telling Nader before the show, Romeo's in the group chat. If Romeo came to our tryout, we were gonna allow him to play for us, the team.
I mean, he's a Detroit guy, yeah.
Well, I'm just throwing it out there. Nabil's in that whatever call too, but Romeo ain't come to the tryout, and that's why when it was a situation. And Nabil, of course, right after the game, you guys already know this. Everybody knows the truth. He was not happy. He was saying, "Wallah, he's not playing for Dearborn."
Yeah.
That was the situation. And throughout the year, he was throwing. It was random comments.
Well,
and
see what I'm saying?
Nobody was saying anything.
That's what I'm trying to tell
So
you.
that's
So
why it's
they're
like-
saying that Omar
Not-
planned this a year ago.
No.
See,
I'm just telling you guys, it was in the group chat, and it was a situation where nobody said anything, and it was one of those things where it was like,
No.
Honestly,
I'm not falling for that.
The second
Nabil Abdullah.
the second best player.
The
The second best player in the LOL league behind me is Nabil. And if he's not going to play
To accept.
for Dearborn, you got to ask yourself why.
That's a good point.
all right, Nabil Abdullah is on the line. Nabil, come talk that talk.
little
Nabil.
bit at a time, Nibs. A little bit at a time.
Alaikum assalam. Kif hal Nabil?
He's
I can't
already,
hear you,
he's already
Nabil.
smiling.
Yeah, he is.
What's going on?
What's going on,
laughing.
Nabil? Talk to us.
Where's my thobe?
What's this word in the street, man? Talk to us, Nabil.
I mean, no, we're getting ready for Friday.
I heard you're practicing as you speak right now.
All day, every day.
Are you playing Wednesday? Are you playing Wednesday in
Yeah, he's playing-
preparation?
he's
in
playing
preparations for Friday?
He's playing Wednesday.
Yeah, we had to.
Okay.
Nader comes first.
Hey, actually, he has a clause in the contract where he's a limited minutes on Wednesday.
No, he's playing all
Yeah, it is
44.
what-
No, he's not.
You hear
And
this
I
guy?
love
You
our
hear
game
this guy?
clause.
No, he's playing all 44 minutes.
You guys don't understand. Nader's his captain. Hamtramck
Oh,
comes
yeah.
number 2 to team Botcha
Oh,
Super Elite.
Yeah.
Is that right,
yeah,
Nabil?
yeah.
This is a bigger game for Nabil.
No.
It's
Could you imagine?
Friday-
Could you imagine if
Friday
Nabil goes
night.
0-2 in charity games and lost with each team?
Yeah, hey,
We won't blame him.
I'm not. We didn't blame him either. I already told you. Listen,
Let's make
I'll
it clear,
call it
Dearborn
out
not blame
again.
Nabil.
There's one side, there's another side, then there's the truth.
Friday
Dearborn
night.
did not blame Nabil. Everybody
Friday
never loved
night
Nabil.
in
Growing up,
Dearborn
everybody
High.
wanted to be like him.
Maybe, yeah.
Walk around his little
Last
shoes that
time-
he makes him jump higher.
Last
shooting
time
threes
Nabil's
all
been
day.
to
Everybody wanted
Dearborn
to be
High.
Nabil growing up. Nobody blamed Nabil. Stop pushing that narrative, Hamtramck.
You
Hold
guys
on,
are very
Billy,
pushing
Billy,
it.
hold on.
You guys
Last time,
are.
wait, guys. Last time Nabil was at Dearborn High, what
It
happened?
was prom night.
Prom night.
So now he's coming back. He had some good memories that night. So he wants to continue those nights.
Little bit at a time, baby. That's a little bit at a time.
But we have plans too.
Nabil, what's the reason why you're not playing in the Dearborn game?
He's going to push the
Why aren't
Hamtramck
you
agenda.
playing? Wait, hold on, Abee. Nabil, tell us the real reason why you're not playing for Dearborn.
I don't like the Dearborn team.
Just tell us.
You
Tell us
can't
what-
even
what-
say that with a straight face. I can tell right
no,
now.
No,
you're
hold on,
lying.
hold on.
Yes.
He's gonna tell us why. Tell us why, Nabil.
No, I don't play up the Dearborn side.
Listen,
It's a bunch of crybabies.
There you go.
I mean, and I'm going to agree with you. I don't care. Like, we're talking
Yeah.
about last year's team. I'm going to agree with you.
But Nabil-
That's why we
but-
said we brought the wrong team out. That's why we didn't need the
Nabil
Wheel of
knew
Fortune.
this year was going to be
It
fixed.
wasn't handpicked.
He knew this
Hamtramck
team was
got
going to be
the
fixed.
Big difference.
He knew a new roster was going to be
team's fault.
assembled.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Hold-
Nabil, you gave your word to play for
He thought- he
Hamtramck.
thought
You
it was
don't
a
go
Wheel of
against your
Fortune.
word. Did you
He thought it
know?
was a Wheel of Fortune.
Did you know that they were going to
Nabil
handpick
thought it
the
was a
team
Wheel
for
of Fortune.
Dearborn before you made your decision?
No,
He
he
did.
thought it was a Wheel of
Hamtramck.
Fortune.
That makes sense now. He thought it was Wheel of Fortune
Wheel of
players.
Fortune.
Hold on, guys.
Let's hear what he says.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have changed my mind anyway. I don't want to play for Dearborn. I'm good.
No, that's not true. I don't.
He's just playing the villain. And Nabil plays a good villain, too.
No, it's not the villain. It's a bunch of
And
crybabies.
it's a good
Call
story.
people out. Nabil, say
Who's
names.
the crybabies?
It's a good story.
No,
Whether
no,
he
he
You
gotta
don't
do
have to
that.
call out names. You don't have to
He
call
gotta
out
do
names.
that.
You don't
It's a
have to
good
call out
story.
names.
Why
Whether they
not,
win or
man?
lose, he
We
gets the.
don't, because this is forever, and we don't want to have to be people upset. But
Well,
Nabil,
I mean, they
Talking
don't understand. This is
basketball.
part of the
Talking
LOL
basketball.
league. We're talking. This is just trash talk, guys.
Yeah,
Again,
but, you know.
give Nabil a call. Give Nabil a call if you really think he's coming at you, and you guys can settle that out. Otherwise, take everything as a
Call me first before you talk to Nabil.
Nabil, do you have any final comments or anything you want to address before?
Before you post up Sophie, go ahead.
They're on the same team.
Anybody today, a starter on the team,
I'm sorry. What'd you say again? Say that again, Nabil.
is any of the guys there even a starter for them to talk about the game?
Off.
Habibi.
We don't have to listen. We don't have to respond to any of that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't.
It doesn't matter who's on our starters and who's not on our
Nabil.
starters. Listen, if that's his one shot,
Yeah.
if you a start,
Wait.
it's okay, Nabil. If you lose, you lost to a bunch of non-starters.
The mayor tickled Nabil the wrong
Nabil,
way.
if I wanted to, I can
Inshallah,
start and
Listen,
captain that team, Nabil.
don't lose.
Hey,
Don't
Inshallah,
lose.
inshallah, you guys get a couple of minutes.
Inshallah, inshallah. But don't lose to us non-starters.
Is he
You can
talking?
enter the
Is he
three-point
talking to me
contest.
too?
No, he's talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Inshallah.
You're talking to them, right, Nabil? Not me, right?
Not that.
Nabil, you're talking to them, not me, right?
Never to you. You're
Okay.
To you.
All right.
You're off
Okay,
limits,
okay,
man.
okay.
You're off
Hey.
I
limits.
love you, Nabil.
Hey, Nabil.
I hope you guys get minutes.
Hey, practice the Hamtramck fight song.
What is it? What is it? You have it?
No, we don't have it. Nabil, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling, man.
Nabil, I need my throw before Friday's game.
Thank you, Nabil.
All right. With that said, shout out to Nabil and everybody else.
No shout out to Nabil, bro.
All right,
You
good,
got-
great guy. What else? What else? Did you have anything else that that needs to be addressing or addressed right now before we talk about the actual game and the
Well,
predictions?
I mean, let's
He's
hold on.
asking-
Let's address the Dearborn side. Fadas, please, I need you to join in on this. So, we left here last week, Omar, and me, you, and Sufi kicked back, right? We talked. So,
Secret meeting.
it kind of was.
and I'm
though.
happy he's saying this for those that, because I do want to say my last final word as well towards the end. But go ahead. I'm happy
so-
you're bringing this up.
Well, yeah, we kicked back and we talked. We talked off the record, off the mic, and I ran with one of your suggestions.
you.
Everybody knows that I put a Dearborn chat together last Sunday. Put a chat together, and I said, man, if we can be grown-ass men and we can talk it out, maybe we can approach Obed with a list of our peers that we chose. And unfortunately, I already knew how it was going to happen, how it was going to turn out. And I was telling you guys this. There's several players that are, I'm going to call it out, selfish, really selfish. You're not out here for charity, man. You're out here for yourself. You know how you know you're out here for yourself? That the chat fell apart Because
Yes.
either everybody, I said, either
Yes.
everybody's together or forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
I had one guy, I'm not going to say name, I had one guy say, I'll complain. And I said, guys, this chat's over. I left the own chat that I built. So now that this team's finally came out, okay, and this is Bosch's team. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
I'm not sure if I don't think he picked it, but it was a collective group of people who picked the team. Yeah.
Okay. So I just know.
Above my pay grade.
Yeah, I don't know how it went down. I'll be blamed for it, but I don't know how it went down. Okay, but I'll tell you this: everybody that was sitting there before the team was picked, that was like, yeah, let's pick the top, let's pick our own players. Everybody that thought their name would be on that list was all for it. Am I wrong, Faddis? What happened when the list leaked out?
Yeah.
Everybody became Hamtramck fans. Everybody came Hamtramck. You heard Sonny. I'm not to just single him out. I'm just saying though. So this is what we're dealing with in the Dearborn side. You guys want to sit there and you guys want to, oh, it's charity or is this? Listen, the team was picked. I had nothing to do with it. Billy had nothing to do with it. Guys are making phone calls. This is the worst part about it, Omar. Guys are making phone calls.
Sending emails, sending letters to homes. It was
Carrier pigeons.
Oh my God, you guys picked this guy? Oh my God, this guy's on the team. Oh my God. Like, guys, it's really not that
Listen,
serious.
I mean, it's getting too, like, look at the league the last couple weeks. It's just getting too out of hand, like too competitive, too, you know, they're
ego.
really forgetting the egos, the pride. It's getting too out of hand, and I think it needs to.
I mean, to justify that too, again.
I mean, the last 2 weeks in the LOL league, it's been.
Listen, everybody here has something that they do, outside job. Alhamdulillah, you guys all have families. Everybody has something. So this is our hobby, okay? This is what we look forward to every single Wednesday.
Yes.
And outside of Wednesdays, we all have access through our phones to keep it going. You know what I mean? You know, guys, okay, take a Gil, for example. You know how when golf season comes, this guy's.
Yeah.
When you have a hobby, fantasy football, think about fantasy time, man.
Champion.
How many leagues you in, Omar?
Well, I actually sat out last year, man.
Oh, did you? But before that, how many leagues were you in?
3.
Like, you know, personally, I did like 5 or 6. Like I
think
had
that's too much.
Well, I mean, there's leagues I pay attention to, and there's leagues I just my league with
All right,
that
so kick
my,
those-
my league
Okay,
my league with that one, for an
get to the-
example. Funny.
Abee, get
Let's
to the
go.
point.
But,
Yo,
but my point is the hobby is what we do.
okay.
So this is what drives our competitive nature. This is
Yeah.
what makes it so competitive. So I mean, I don't really blame people for doing, but
You don't blame them for
But you have-
what they say
but
to the
you-
refs and how they take off their shoes
that's,
and
yeah,
kick the
that's,
balls.
But that's you know. Do you ever notice it's the same players?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's the same guys.
yeah.
Faddis, your thoughts? Because we haven't heard from Faddis in a minute about everything so
What are we
far.
talking about?
I'm-
golf or fantasy?
I mean,
No, just the
Faddis, I like
charity,
that. Faddis
The
taking a
charity.
shot at me.
What-
the
what-
situations.
Listen, you know, you
Talk about
guys,
Dak Prescott and the Cowboys not winning.
you guys
the
are
playoff
pretty
game.
much not having these kind of situations every year, which is kind of good because you guys could barely make a roster, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully nobody gets hurt, and you guys keep the same guys every single year.
Yeah. Yep.
With us, this is something that we need to fix. I'm serious. I think it's a big problem, and it starts these little whispers, these little private parties, and,
Secret
and
meetings,
phone
secret
calls,
meetings,
and
secret
private dinners, and it kind of gets
I
out of
like the
hand.
dinners. What are you pointing at me? I like the dinners.
And
You
it's
like the
like
dinners?
it's like, hey,
I haven't gotten a dinner.
he got picked. Why are you upset at him for being picked? Go be upset at the guys that picked him.
Don't even be upset for the guys that picked
Doesn't
them.
make
Find out why
why?
you weren't picked.
Hey, Faddis, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love if Bosch decided or whoever it was. I love that decision. People that are on the outside looking in, you gotta just face reality. It is what it is. Ask Abee before he left here. You know, brought that idea. I told him, inshallah, you guys can find a way to come up with the best players possible, because ultimately at the end of the day we want to have the best game possible that is out there for Hamtramck and Dearborn.
For the fans.
Plain and simple, for the fans.
The best team
because
possible.
The best team possible. You know, straight up, because at the end of the day, like, nobody wants to sit there and watch, you know, a game where it's like it's one-sided, you know.
It's 11. It's 11-11 after 22 minutes.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, you know, that's why we, you know, when we sat there, we talked about it. But ultimately, guys, please understand. I know, like, we gotta hype it up. You know what I mean? Right? You gotta
100%.
have controversy. You gotta have all that stuff in between. But first of all, I just want to make it clear out there. Y'all know that. I mean, specifically me. I mean, obviously, you know I got major love for Dearborn. I know that's one thing that people need to understand. You know, obviously throughout this whole process, that's what people can't cross around their minds. You know, I got much respect for Dearborn. Getting to know all you guys, you know, and everything in between, that's a big thing. Number two, y'all can look at, you know, I'm about to post the sponsors today for the game. And inshallah later on tonight. Billy, you could jump in here, by the way, if you want to. You know, I'm going to be posting the sponsors for today's in the game. Half the sponsors are from Dearborn.
I want to give a shout out to. Can I get a quick minute, Omar?
Yeah, go ahead.
Really, please.
Like,
I know I talk a lot, guys. It's just in my nature. If you guys know my family, know my dad, you guys know I talk a lot. I really, after a conversation I had with somebody yesterday, I really want to give a shout out to Obed and Omar Thabit.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea what these guys gone through to put this together. You guys have no clue. Yeah. I was given a little bit of the details of just the venue. On getting the venue, you guys have no idea what these guys are going through, and the fact that we're still, I mean, again, a lot of us joke about Omar the villain, but you guys have no clue what they did and what, you know, to put this together. Like, I want to sit here personally and thank you from the bottom of my heart, you and Obad, for everything you guys put up with, everything you're doing, and the great cause that it's going to support.
And I appreciate you for that. And because Wallah, Abee, I don't even want to mention the stuff that we had to go through because it kind of takes away from, you know, if you believe in like it's a blessing and, you really just want to do it for the sake of Allah and for all the good things that come with it, you know. But that's why, like, I sat there and I was like, man, you know, it's like, dude, like, that's why I wanted to make sure it was straight. Like, people don't know. Like, it's the cause, guys. Mm-hmm. I'm a very competitive person. Moti will tell you, you know, I never probably played with any of you guys' sports. I'm very competitive, but I've learned through injury that you can put that to the side and there's a bigger purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's why the
100%.
goal was to do this event. Yes, the Nibby situation obviously went way off, whatever, but it was to also hype up the game, you know, type of situation. That's the only reason why I played that situation.
Admitting.
But no, I'm admitting that I did hype it up. That's what I'm admitting. I'm not admitting that I pulled.
You have to.
No,
yeah.
Billy,
sure.
Billy, let's be for real, Omar.
Yeah.
Omar, Habibi, I'll be honest with you. Ain't nobody blaming you for that.
Yeah, man,
if anything, if anything, listen to me.
not.
I was talking to Nabil yesterday, and I told him, I said, man, you couldn't write this script up better if you were Vince McMahon in the WWE.
That's funny.
But it's true. Like, this, for our league, and you can even, and I was giving Nabil ideas too, like, dude, you can interview the mayor and Nabil face to face. I'm just saying, listen, everything's for a good cause, but at the end of the day, I promise you, whatever we're saying here, we're all going to go out to eat together.
Exactly. We'll be on the phone.
We're going to be on the phone together.
We're all brothers. We all love each other. Just basketball.
Yeah, 100% is just basketball. So yeah, we're gonna build the storyline, Omar. We're gonna make you Vince McMahon. That's what we're gonna do.
No, that's fine. That's good.
As Vince would say, it's or Eric Bischoff, actually, with the NWO. It's what's best for business.
100%. By the way, shout out to Obed, great guy too. I know he had to obviously deal with a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the last thing I want to say is this, and when it really kind of hit me is when the mayor mentioned that, you know, he doesn't want that to happen like the soccer game, the Hamtramck mayor, and it clicked to me that you guys don't know we're in a very important position, guys. Mm-hmm. And what is it? Is we're showing the younger generation and everybody that the two cities can come together for a bigger cause. Because in that soccer game, for those that remember, there was a huge brawl right after. And it showed the true colors of those people. But it doesn't have to represent the two cities because that is the goal. So whatever happens, listen, I know I say this and people say this and whatever call, the number one goal is to raise money. I can care less I can care less who wins the game. I didn't even want to be in a position to pick teams and just Tony back down, you know? I could care less who wins the game. Ultimately, guys, I'm telling you guys, people are going to be there. Wives are going to be there. Sisters are going to be there. Kids are going to be there. Send the bigger message, which is win the game. I'm not telling you play hard. Do what you got to do to win the game. You get 5 fouls. Use those 5 fouls. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
2 guys already donated 30 tickets apiece for the kids from the South End to come watch the game. You know?
And I know people donate without, I'm not going to mention names, but put it like this. There's been a couple people that have donated more than what they needed to for the cause.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to say their names because I know they're doing it just for the love of it.
The same reason I didn't say their name either. You know, it's not that I don't want to give recognition, but you know.
just whoever's in the game, just please understand that we're there for a bigger reason. There's gonna be people watching, guys. You know, there's gonna probably be stories written about it, and just know that you're sending a bigger message. You know, and that is, you know, obviously growing up, there probably wasn't the greatest relationship between Hamtramck and Dearborn, but hopefully we're slowly starting to. Because man, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know how many cities want to play in this game? I had people from Flint saying, like, why don't you include Flint? People from Detroit, why don't you include Detroit? Like, right now, we're really together. Y'all don't understand the bigger
forget
picture.
just the city. What were you telling me afterwards last week? You were telling me how there's just guys that want to represent Hamtramck and Dearborn.
Yeah.
You know, and we had to tell them specifically, listen, guys, Ahmad and Obed, and they partnered up, Oz Media partnered up with the CRSD, and they're using the League of Legends 35 and over league. Unfortunately, that's where we're picking the pool of players. But, I mean, how many phone calls have you gotten from guys that are like, hey, hold on, the Hamtramck versus Dearborn, I want to rep my city.
I'm telling you guys right now.
Omar T, how do I rep my, you know? And
I know we're caught up in the bubble, but I'm telling you right now, in the bigger grand scheme of things, we're in this together, guys.
100%.
Like 100%. Like we're in this together. Like, you know, you could break it down from cities. You could break it down to you know their backgrounds, all being people are offended by that. People are offended by the fact that there's all Arab playing or Arab in the game. So you guys gotta understand, like, we're representing ourselves in a lot of different ways. But with that said, still go out there and want to win. Still go out there and play. I mean, that's what it is. It's a game, and obviously both cities want to win, and I love that part about it, and that's what makes the game hype. Just know there's a bigger grand scheme.
I think at the end of the night, everybody's going to win, inshallah.
Inshallah, You know,
Omar, with what you said, that's the reason, to my understanding, with the guys that were picked up from the team, to go in the statement I made earlier, but that's why the guys were picked. So there's never a possibility of what you just said, like what the Hamtramck mayor was talking about, and about the fact of, the women, children, everybody. Like, I think you got a lot of guys that understand what they're representing, and these are guys that whoever picked this team, and older guys, have enough trust in saying that, listen, regardless of what happens, we don't have to worry about anything. There's nobody going to, outshow themselves, embarrass the league, embarrass the community, embarrass this event. Again, after everything you've gone through, everything you and all that have gone through, to do that, man, that's just putting a pie in your face. That's not right.
Fattest, you were smirking this whole time. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Moving forward, is Nabil going to represent Hamtramck or Dearborn?
After this year is what you're saying, or this week?
No, after this year.
Depends who wins.
But Abee did bring a good point. Behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. You guys are worried about crowd control and stuff like that, and make sure nothing happens. And it's the players are going to play their game. They're not worried about what's happening in the back. And again, we don't want an incident going on, because there's going to be, it's possible that we might lose these venues for charity games moving forward. And at the end of the day, the people back home are going to be losing, not us.
Yeah,
100%.
They're going to be losing. So
Great point.
Hopefully everybody realizes that everybody could kind of look over their shoulder and make sure there's nothing sparking and just control everything. So
1,000%. Another thing that we have to make clear is that the fellas from Hamtramck and the guys from Dearborn, I promise you guys, it's a huge family. We all love each other tremendously and have all the amount of respect you can even imagine. Like this whole event, the whole main purpose is for a whole bigger cause. Like, I want to win, but the most important thing is for the ummah to win. This is what I think and I believe. When inshallah everybody walks out healthy, no issues occur. And as role models, we have to understand there's younger kids always looking out at us and saying, hey, I want to be like Ferris or Nabil or Billy. Sometimes maybe even Abee,
Sometimes. Sometimes.
At the end of the day, believe me, guys, there is no issue between Hamtramck and Dearborn. I'm in Hamtramck every single weekend having lunch with JJ and the Shabab and Tony, and we're always together. So whatever you guys fit into, believe me, it's not what you guys think. We all love each other very much.
Go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say, and it just goes to show that again, we picked the right guys because of the what's happening in this chat with Dearborn guys, and they can't hide their feelings. I feel like whoever picked this team picked the right guys. That's my opinion.
Moti, comments?
Yeah, man, these guys hit it on the nose, man. Honestly, everything they said, I agree with. I had a great conversation yesterday with Bosch. We kind of talked over things, and as competitive as he is, I'm probably, just like you mentioned, we were very competitive growing up. I kept it real with him. I answered every question he asked me honestly, because at the end of the game, for sure, it's a bigger cause. Only those countries we're sending money to is going to impact the most. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be as competitive as possible, like I told Bosh. We want to put on the show for the people. If we do that, more and more people are going to start to come. Now we're going to, hopefully get a bigger venue and more people. So that's what it is. But at the end of the day, play hard. Whatever the results are, we all hug it out. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. And then obviously it's getting the word out there too, and letting people know about it, and getting as many people out there as we can.
Share it, man. Share it, guys. If you follow this, if you follow Omar's podcast here, you follow Oz Media, you follow any of us, man. I mean, we're posting it. Just continue to share it.
Guys,
one share is not going to hurt.
This is a family event. Don't think it's just for us guys. Bring your wives and kids, and there's going to be food there. There's going to be drinks. It's a family vibe, right? The game is secondary. Believe me. Come out, have a good time with us, watch us play, and you guys are going home with a smile. I guarantee it.
Yeah, the capacity. What did Conway say? 700 people at least. I mean,
let's fill it up.
Huh?
Both sides.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he said you could do for 700 tight. You could do both 700 on both sides.
I'm just saying though. But the venue, it's gonna be comfortable. It's not closed in, no claustrophobic.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, enjoy
Security's
yourself.
gonna be there.
Yeah, come on, enjoy yourselves, man.
You guys are gonna be in great hands, I promise.
And also another thing is, I wanted to put it out there. The shout out to Mike from Etzel Ford. It's nobody's. Just an unfortunate situation that happened with the Etzel Ford situation, and just know that it's just one of those things that things were double booked that was not on the calendar, and it is what it is.
Control,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was out of his control.
Yeah,
so
from what I heard.
I just want people to know that it had nothing to do with, I guess, his fault or nothing like that. So appreciate them for opening their doors.
I mean,
too,
don't get me wrong. It would have been nice. The majority of our league, we all went out for the Dearborn guys in our league. It would have been nice, like a nice little homecoming. But
Sure.
with the weather and stuff that's happened, and again, that's why. Thank you, Omar. Thank you so much for everything that you did, that you went through. I know it wasn't easy.
Trust me, I was
getting details,
I was sick to my stomach when I was told that we had to switch venues. So that's why Jeffrey Conway, great guy,
awesome guy.
Big ups, Jeffrey Conway.
Within 24 hours, responded, got me to the gym, opened the doors, showed me everything that I needed to know, everything for that day, and that's not easy.
Yeah, straight up classy guy there. Dearborn High, very classy school.
Yeah, great people. So we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to our next sponsor, okay, which is we're going to go ahead and go with the Balkan House Restaurant. Shout out to the Balkan House Restaurant. I'm going to quickly mention this. The Balkan House Restaurant, Tuesday, March 21st, they're having their second annual. 100% of the donations going to Yemen, Turkey, and Syria as well. So if you go shopping, you go buy food from the Balkan House, 2 locations, Hamtramck and Ferndale, 100% proceeds. Last year they raised over like $3,000. Last year was just Yemen. This year they're doing the Turkey and Syria as well. So Tuesday, March 21st. I'm gonna make sure I mention it during the game as well. 100% proceeds going to be Turkey, Yemen, and Syria. So shout out to the Balkan House. And then we're going to give our final words, man. We don't have to get into, I know I keep mentioning Detroit Tigers, Pistons, and Lions. We're already over an hour. We're going to just go ahead and give our final words and predictions of the game, and we can shut it down. Detroit Tigers, Pistons, and Lions will be around for the next couple of weeks, all right? So go ahead and give a shout out to the Balkan House. The Balkan House Restaurant. The Balkan House Restaurant is famous for their doner kebab sandwich. But did you know that the Balkan House now serves breakfast? Did you also know that all their food is 100% halal? The Balkan House now also have 2 food trucks, so you can book your next party or event with the Balkan House on wheels. Their Hamtramck location is 3028 Kniff Street, Hamtramck, Michigan. Their Ferndale location is 314 West 9 Mile Road, Ferndale, Michigan. Again, you can book their food trucks for your next party or event. So if you're looking for a nice place to eat with friendly service and great prices, look no further than the Balkan House Restaurant. All right. With that said, let's give our predictions. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if you guys want to do this, but you're more than welcome to. I don't even know who's on Team Dearborn. You know what I mean? I know you two are on there. I don't know if
That's
y'all
not
wanna
even
share.
confirmed.
Allegedly.
That's not even confirmed.
Okay.
We could. I mean, realistically, I mean, and it's killing the guys because like everybody thinks they know, they really don't know.
Okay, so I mean, because it's gonna be hard for us to give a prediction then.
Didn't
if
you
we
just
don't
come
know
from
who's,
practice?
What practice?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Practice.
I'm gonna have a solid sauce.
Practice?
Okay, so what's
I'm
the
supposed to be the
prediction?
franchise player.
Last year, I believe Moti was the closest in prediction because first of all, he had Team Hamtramck, but then I feel like it was like very similar to what you were picking in terms of score as well. So we're gonna start off. You know, I'm sure you know both teams. Moti, what's going on?
You do
Talk
know
to us.
both teams, don't you, Moti?
Hey, listen, I think this game is gonna be
Good.
better than last year's. Yeah, as far as the overall game, I predict 53-49 Hamtramck. You know,
I mean, you're supposed to. You're coaching them.
Hey, what's Nibi's stats by the way?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask him that.
hey,
Please tell us.
listen,
I think Nibi's gonna drop 14, bro.
I was thinking
That's
14.
his number, 14.
Yeah,
That's,
but
that's
how many
special.
shots does he need to get
That's,
up 14?
he's not getting that many shots.
Hey, listen, Nabi.
You guys know we got Halal Food Junkie on Team Hamtramck. I want to put that out
Shout
there.
out to Halal Food Junkie.
Alright.
We got the mayor.
Shout out.
We got the
Yeah,
mayor.
and that, inshallah on Monday, I'm just preparing you guys. You know, he's gonna do a video. And he's
HFJ,
probably gonna
baby.
throw some lines out there.
You
for
can
not
say
being
what
on-
you got to say. You're Dearborn too, though, huh?
Yeah, he's like cotton candy. He's sweet and soft, anyways.
Yeah, oh,
I'm gonna send this clip to him too.
send a clip
He's
to him.
he's halal food junkie, but his jump shot's haram.
Oh,
That's funny.
I played softball against him one time. He had a game-winning hit for his team.
He
remember
puts
that.
a soft
Can you give us real talk? Can y'all give us like the lowdown of his game, by the way? Because
I've never seen. I've never
played with
I've
him.
seen him play a lot.
Basketball?
Oh yeah,
Basketball?
I've known him since he's my neighbor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I'm not.
East Side neighbor, not South
I'm not
Side.
going to divulge any information about his game at all. I'm going to give it to some of the guys who are playing on the team. I don't know who they are. I'm going to give it to them, and that's it.
I used to play with him at the Civic Center. He's pretty good. He's decent.
serious question: who's better, him or the mayor?
I think it's even, Steven.
You know, the
Hey,
mayor.
Mayor's all right.
The mayor never got enough playing time last year because number 14 wanted to shoot. So I don't really
You're
have.
adding fuel to the fire. Stop. Why are you even
But
trying to
the mayor
fuel
looks like
14?
he's got the tools.
Yeah.
You know,
Or he had him.
he had him until 14 came in.
No, he had him until Billy blocked him.
But
Age and life.
I just hope they get their minutes in. You know, let them get their minutes in and not turn into.
Who
you know, I
said
need you to
you're
come
not-
out because we got to win this game.
Who said with this team pick
gonna happen.
that it's going to be a minute thing? I mean, I don't know, man. I think the mayor's going to get his time.
If you know, you know. Plus, I heard for every shot him and the mayor make, Halal Food Junkie, the mayor, they're going to give more money to charity. That's what I heard. So I think that's pretty.
And this year we're going to make sure
3-point shot, I'm sorry, for every 3-point shot.
And this year we're going to make sure that happens.
So what's your prediction? Oh, go ahead, Faris.
If that's the case, Halal Food Junkie is going to win that because he's a shooter. So he'll get the 3 points in if they give him the opportunities.
Yeah, he could shoot. Yeah, I know.
He could shoot.
Oh, he's a shooter.
He could shoot.
So what's your prediction?
Oh,
Faris?
you guys got a shooter?
We got a
Like
few.
AB said, the roster. I mean, you know, Hamtramck's team is pretty much set.
JJ?
I don't even know if is Superman playing? Is he coming out the phone booth? Is Kamal playing? I don't know. That's gonna make a difference. But
Well, let me ask you.
Need to know basis.
Well, let me ask you something real quick. The panel right now. Does anybody really have a problem with a guy who played last season and
Yes.
played with all the old guys?
Yes.
He's part of this league.
Yes,
Tell
they
me
do have
why,
a problem.
What? Who?
That's why he had a meeting with Bosch.
Who has a problem?
Why do you have a problem with
Who
that?
would have a problem with Kamal Jahmi playing?
Honestly?
Everything he's done for the community, what he's done for the youth, he coaches.
Does he play in the league?
Yeah, he played last season. He played. He
was
played
hurt.
with all the 45 and 50. He played with all the guys that nobody else wanted to play with. Let's be real.
So
Call
what's
it
the
out.
problem? Why
I
can't
don't
he
know.
play?
I don't know.
You ask-
Let's go ahead,
ask
Moti,
everybody
please.
else.
Is he 35 and all that?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm a.
He was MVP. He should have been MVP last year. Go ahead. He last season.
No on that for sure.
Kamal
Kamal-
took a team
Hey,
So what's the
of
problem?
guys that got picked last, and if he didn't get
Where?
hurt, he finished.
Where?
He would. If he didn't get hurt, he would have
Where did
finished
he take
number
him?
one.
Where did he take
He
him?
got hurt.
All right, listen.
Go ahead, answer the question. I want to hear
I'm a
this.
huge fan of Camel. Wallah.
I'm not saying you're
And
not.
he's right. A great player. I feel like he's their legend.
Unbelievable player.
I feel like he also
MashaAllah.
does a lot
Good MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
Everybody said
He
mashallah.
also does a lot for the community. Great guy, right? No, I don't have a problem with him playing. I think he should play in this game. You know
Why
what I'm
is he
saying?
not playing? What's the rumor
No,
of
he's
why
playing,
is he
he's
not
playing,
playing?
He's hurt.
Oh, okay. I mean,
He hasn't
he's-
played since
he's-
last season with the LOL League.
That's my point. He hurt himself last year.
got an
Otherwise, I'm
Achilles
telling you,
injury.
he might have put pie in all of our faces. Coming in and taking the guys nobody wanted. Let's be real. Nobody wanted these guys. They put a team together. They were preset before the draft. So pretty much he took all the guys that would have been drafted in the 5th and 6th round. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not disrespecting
right.
nobody's players.
No, you're
It's
right.
opinions.
And he was first place all season.
Until he got hurt. Okay, so he got hurt. Then he tried to come back for the playoffs, and Sufi did what Sufi did up until this year. Like
Circumstance. Another circumstance for Sufi.
Hey, as far as
No, Kamal was playing.
hey,
He was
as far-
injured, though.
As far as rookie of the year, he probably got that award.
Rookie of the year. Well, he's been playing since he was 4.
That
No,
is
I'm
so
talking about in that
disrespectful.
league.
In the league.
In that league.
Rookie of the year.
What league?
In that league.
He was the
It was the first year.
MVP.
He was MVP clear cut.
Listen, as far as MVP,
Do you know what MVP
it's
means? You're a
Ali
coach.
Or Sufi, straight
Listen
up.
to me.
And Sufi won.
Hold on. Can I ask you a question? What does MVP mean? It means there's a certain
Most
player.
valuable player.
Hold on. If it means a certain player, if you take him off that team, their team is done. They're destined.
Absolutely.
Sufi has still had a good
Talk
team.
about it.
I'm
No,
a-
hell no.
I'm gonna
Yusuf-
know.
I can't believe
Yusuf is one of the top scorers.
You guys are not letting. I'm gonna know how the team was assembled. He doesn't know what's going on.
They took all
I'm
the
gonna
guys
think so.
and they put Kamal.
50-year-olds.
We call them Social
They
Security. income.
handpicked 50-year-olds and said, "Hey, come on, because since you're that good, you only get to play."
And
with
you
these
get to
guys."
pick one guy
Hey,
as
I'm
the
a-
8th pick. They got Fatty.
Hey, I'm a Fatty and Khalid Idris are right players, bro. Straight up.
Well,
And then they had a but listen.
then recruit them
each-
for Team Hamtramck.
Listen, each team has
I
one.
respectfully decline.
Like you
Each
recruited
team
Nabil.
has one guy off the 5th round, 6th round, right? These guys had 4. So take Kamal,
Probably 3.
Fatty. No, Kamal, Fatty, and Khalid Adlus. Like you said, 3. They had 7 guys. That left 4 guys that should have been spread out. No, these guys were on one team, and they were scoring.
52-43 Dearborn.
Like you're not even playing Doc Jehmi, and Doc Jehmi's been playing amazing.
he got 52-43 Dearborn. Moti got 53-49 Hamtramck. Abee prediction.
I got Dearborn winning and Nabil looking with pie in his face.
You keep saying that. Are you actually going to bring pie into the game?
But you understand the
Yeah.
metaphor of
Yeah.
pie in his face.
I feel like though.
I don't think Nabil's a factor.
Okay.
Yeah, bulletin board stuff. Nabil, you're not a factor.
There you go.
Billy.
I think obviously Dearborn's going to win. They have actually, you know what? I don't know who the team is. So obviously, whoever they pick up, I trust them, and they have a great team. And if I had to guess, I'd say 60-45.
There you go. There you go. I mean, I don't really know both teams. I mean, I don't know Dearborn team, so I'm not gonna sit here and make a prediction. From this point forward,
Do you have
I
a King Kong sound like beating his chest? Okay, get one next time. You're gonna need it.
Go ahead and hit him with the horn. By the way, go ahead and give him the horn.
You ever get Sufi to put that take?
No,
like that
man.
guy.
I literally yesterday I was thinking about it because I was ready to hit that line whenever we talked about Nabil today. I love that guy.
I love that guy.
I was gonna have him hit that every time, but I was mad that we didn't get to do
Listen,
it.
another thing too, just real quick, 2 seconds. Start putting some respect on Khalid Jehmi's name, man.
Oh, I respect him.
No, but you know when you're talking about MVP and not.
So why does he not play? But I mean, is he?
It's not that he play. Listen, let me tell you about Khalid Jehmi. Khalid Jehmi is not a one trick pony. You're not going to see him on top of just the scoring. Khalid Jehmi is top 5 in every category in the league, and continuously, you know how they get rid of him, how they try to keep him happy, is they give him Defensive Player of the Year. Take Khalid off of the team I was on him with last year, where we don't win a game. The guy continuously, and you're going to talk in the side. I know what you, but the thing is, you guys keep Ali had a
gotta
great.
let him talk first.
Ali should be the Rookie of the Year, not Kamal Jehmi. Ali should have been the Rookie of
Not
the
his
Year.
first year though.
Ali is his
You got to
first
let him
year.
talk first, Abee.
He,
Oh, and yeah, okay.
Well-
I'm thinking 30 and up too. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You're right,
Kamal playing
you're
30
right,
up
you're
too.
Right, you're right.
What I'm saying is, not enough people put respect on Khalid Jehmi.
Great player.
The guy's top 5 in
Khalid
every
Jehmi,
category.
MashaAllah.
Khalid Jehmi
MashaAllah.
finished 4th in the voting. It's respectful.
Exactly. Voted by your peers. Habibi, we couldn't vote a team Dearborn together. We're gonna vote we're gonna vote MVP.
The voting is
We're
a popularity
biased.
contest. It
It's
should be it should be a
biased.
panel.
It's biased. It's biased. It's always going to be biased. We couldn't put a team together. Fathers, how bad was that chat last Sunday?
it was bad. But
Where's the pizza party at, by the way?
Fathers' condo.
your
Sonny's buying.
Sonny's in the starting lineup
Yeah.
in the pizza.
Who's your top 5 for the pizza party?
Fatty,
Okay.
You guys aren't. You guys better.
Sonny.
You guys better show up. Bring the pizza party to Dearborn High.
the pizza guy.
the pizza guy.
He's coming in to watch the game.
Maher.
We're
Maher.
gonna,
Don't
we're
forget
gonna,
Maher.
we're gonna go watch the game at Dearborn High,
Don't forget Maher.
and then hopefully we're gonna have a post.
I'll be there. Am I invited?
Post.
Am I
conference.
invited?
Yeah, man.
Can I bring the trophy
yeah,
with me?
Yeah, yeah, bring it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I gotta post the trophy in the group chat as well as the MVP trophy and the plates. You know, we got a Dearborn and a Hamtramck plate, so you guys can screw
Just go ahead and stamp out only Dearborn.
screw
Don't worry
it
about
in
it.
the day of the game.
Don't waste your money, brother.
Well,
Stamp out
already-
only Dearborn plates.
Unfortunately, we already paid for both.
No, you got no. I mean, you gotta give them a chance. You gotta give them a chance. There's a good
We
squad.
want a
man.
good game.
You're gonna find a Hamtramck plaques
We
in the
want,
third world
we want
country.
people staying on the
The
edge of their
Lucky
seats
brothers
like
are
it was
good.
last year. Last year was unbelievable.
Yeah,
man.
it was.
You know, it was fun last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When I told the guys, you know, be ready because I didn't know it was gonna be that big. You know, you had how much setting up on your right, and you had fans filling up. It felt like a varsity game, man.
Yeah, it was good.
You know,
1,400 people potentially. That's a lot of people.
It's pressure, man.
No, I'm not.
No. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like Farhat just said it, bro. You set up for a varsity game. It's not easy to play in front of a crowd,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Your nerves and stuff. It's not easy, man. It's really not.
And that's why you'd favor the team that probably has the most high school basketball players, or at
Well, you would think that. A couple guys from our team last year were varsity basketball players who played in the spotlight, and
it's not that.
More fans?
They've no. What are we talking about? The teams?
No,
he's talking about the
Pressure plate.
spotlight.
Well, the pressure.
the
I
pressure
think Team
and,
Hamtramck has an advantage because they played collectively for a long time. That group of guys
No, we did.
know
have.
know each other.
No, absolutely.
Not- you know.
That's
No,
the
you're right.
that's
So-
that's also the problem with us having a bigger pool
You're
to pick
putting
from.
good players together. Sometimes that doesn't work out, you know. But if you have a guy like Kamal playing, he's gonna fix all those holes.
Yeah.
So
I agree. No, we had a great practice, mashallah, on Sunday. I was watching.
We already knew that.
Yeah, because like you said,
I
you guys,
was like, man, these guys are ready.
yeah, you guys played
know,
together.
We
I
already
mean,
knew that.
One of the biggest things that people, you said that in the podcast when we did our championship game, and a lot of people were saying, like, how did it pick that team, me, Fadullah, Momeri, like that. We all played together, though, from high school. You know, we played together for 10, 15 years, and you saw that chemistry translate to the court.
for sure.
You know what I mean? And yeah, having guys that play together. You got brothers on the team. I mean, I love that. Me and my brothers used to run the court at the Fairlane Club just because we know each other.
Well, listen. First of
doubt
all,
that.
guys, thank you so much for coming out today. Thank you, everybody that was watching. Remember, it's this Friday, inshallah. Doors open at 6 if you want to watch the 18-plus CRSD championship game. That's going to tip off at 6:30. And then the charity game will be right after, so maybe around 7:45-ish. We're going to give everybody a chance if they want to Sali Maghrib to Sali Maghrib, and then we're going to get the game going. Should be a great game. You know, we have some people going to be coming there. Hopefully emceeing. I don't know if you guys know Ahmed and Maori Aki. He's a younger generation guy, big TikToker. I believe him and I will be on the microphone emceeing. Inshallah, we get people on the mic, play-by-play on the game. We'll be live. We're going to have another camera recording just for like a kind of like quote-unquote documentary of the whole day. Yusuf Dabi will be on the mic, on the camera with that, kind of show you guys what it's like kind of the day of, everything beforehand, pre-game interviews, because the live game is going to strictly just be the game, and then that video is going to be like everything else in between.
Quick disclaimer. Everything I say here, guys, is a WWE promo. Please don't take anything.
we love you, 14.
I love 14. The last year's team, last year's game.
I love you, Nabil.
You know, I took an easy target at a couple of guys because I knew, you know, it is what it is. Honestly, there's a lot of things I said there's no truth, except for obviously giving you all that credit. Omar, you did an amazing job. Let me put that disclaimer out there.
And I just want to let people know, share, push it. Let's have another great event. Let's raise as much money as we can for the Ummah. They need it as much as possible with all the stuff that's been going on in those countries. So inshallah, we get the word out, and inshallah, this is something that we can continue to do together as one community. Hopefully, we can raise as much money as we can.
Inshallah.
Thank you, fellas, for coming out today. We
Thank
hope
you for
that
having
you
us.
enjoyed it. Next week, I'll be out of town, so we're not going to have a show next week. I just want to let people know about that right now. But we will be back, inshallah, Ramadan the following week. So
Are we separating sides because there's two sides? Is there going to be like a Hamtramck side and the Dearborn side?
as of now, I told the guy that we only want one stand open because I don't want to have that back stand open and then nobody sits
Well,
there.
I mean, I know there's several people from Dearborn that want to sit on the Hamtramck side, so I just want to make sure they're
on the
put,
right side.
they're put to the right side.
We'll have a separated in the middle. But alhamdulillah, thank you to Dearborn High again. We appreciate them for opening their doors. And there's a lot of space. So now we can have all the tables right there and everything. So it's going to be great. Like I said, I'm going to be posting the flyer today with all the sponsors for the game. Shout out to those people that are going to be giving in their own way. So we appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you all in a couple weeks, inshallah.